Hi, Aries. Welcome to your monthly reading for June 2025. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Laura, aka Baby Curl Tarot. I'm a tarot reader, astrologer, and root worker, and I like to do monthly readings for all the zodiac signs here on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I am going to go ahead and jump right on into your reading. Keep in mind this is a general message, so whatever comes up, comes up. I'm also getting over a cold, so if I sound a little rough, that's why. Let's go ahead and get into it. Spiritual team, Numinous Astro Deck, what messages do you have for the Aries Collective for June 2025? What messages do you have for the Aries Collective for June 2025? Also, Aries, I do apologize. There are gardeners out and about, and my nemesis, the leaf blower, is around here somewhere. So if I start and stop the video, I'm just cutting for sound, okay? They're very annoying. All right, so we have the 11th house. What else? We have the first house. We have Uranus, and at the bottom of the deck, we have Mars. Ooh. Okay, so a lot of action happening in the first and 11th house, possibly. So the 11th house rules like big friend groups, networks, communities, society as a whole, themes of like that, technology, innovation, okay, socializing and all that stuff. And then the first house is all about like you, who you are as a person, who you choose to be in this world, in this community. So there could be a big focus on who you are, what role you play in society, who you choose to align yourself with or associate with at this time. And there could be some big shakeups or big movements or actions happening in these areas very soon. So maybe you experience like a big change with yourself, or a big change in the type of communities you associate with. Let's take a look at the tarot and see what comes up. Spiritual team, Cosmic Coven Tarot, what messages do you have for the Aries Collective? What messages do you have for the Aries Collective for June 2025? Excuse me. All right, what do we got? We have the Hermit. Okay. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Temperance reversed. Six of Swords reversed. And the Page of Swords reversed. Interesting. It feels a lot like you guys are just shutting the world out. Like, look at the Hermit card being the only card being upright and everything else being in the reverse. You're not taking job offers. You're not taking calls from friends. You're not taking offers to go out and hang out at the bar. Like, you are just, I don't know. It feels like some of you guys may feel a little bit of like out of balance internally. And some of you may literally just be like sick of what life has become for you, and you're ready for a change, and you guys are going internally to look at like, why am I so unhappy with everything happening in my life right now? Very interesting. And a lot of you guys may also feel stuck in a lot of ways. Like, I'm just not progressing the way I want to. I'm not growing the way I want to. I'm not achieving things that I want to. I don't feel like I'm growing or learning or becoming the person I want to be right now. And I don't understand why. Some of you guys may be doing a lot of things by yourself alone this month. What else do we have? The Knight of Cups, Four of Wands reversed, Four of Pentacles reversed. Some of you guys are going to have to really get honest with yourselves. Yep. About who it is that you are, and only then will you find the community that you're meant to be a part of. I feel like some of you guys may have like a very close friend that you can trust, that you can kind of talk this over with, but for the most part, you're going to be spending a lot of time alone, like away from larger groups of people, and just keeping your circle very, very small. That core group of people is super important right now. Spirit may also be sending you one or two people in particular that is going to be creating a new foundation for your community very, very soon. Doesn't have to be like someone, say, replacing a best friend of yours, but it could be a new acquaintance. But I feel like the foundations of who you are, where you see yourself going in life, who you truly feel you are at your core, the foundation of that is shaken, I think, or has been shaken up recently. And I think the month of June is where you start to try and rebuild that or rediscover who it is that you are, what it is that you want out of life, what is important to you, what is truly valuable in your life. And you're really starting to get vulnerable. And realizing that almost like life is too short. Life is too short to like play things safe. You know what I mean? And play things comfortably. Does that make sense? It almost feels like some of you guys have been wearing either a mask all of your lives, like pretending to be one person when you're really someone else. That may not be the case for all of you, but it was just something I picked up. So that is a message out there for somebody. But I do feel like you guys are going through a huge like revolution in terms of like your own personal image. And then as a result of that, the community you identify with. Does that make sense? Okay. For some of you, this could also be career related, doesn't have to necessarily just be like friend group related, but it could be literally like the network of people that you work with. This could be shifting the type of work you do. Also, maybe you do, I don't know, let's say you do HR, right? Maybe you do HR for a very specific type of industry. You worked in that industry for years. And maybe one day you wake up and you realize, like, damn, I really don't like doing HR for this industry. I really hate the way they treat their people. I want to go into nonprofits. Does that make sense? Like, it could be something like that. It's like a shift in values, a realization that, like, I don't want to be a part of something that causes harm to so many people, or some, like, it doesn't have to be as extreme as that, but you're just realizing like this does not sit well with my soul. It doesn't align with my values. It doesn't align with who I am as a person outside of my workspace. And I don't want a disconnect between who I am in my personal life at my core and the person that I am in my career. It's like there's the corporate Aries and then there's Aries at home, and they're almost clashing. And I think it's starting to rub some of you the wrong way. And you're starting to realize, like, I really just don't want to go to work for a paycheck. I want to go to work for a company that I truly enjoy working for, A, and B, aligns with what I believe and who I am at my core. Does that make sense? Oh, Aries. I do feel like you're going to start to explore that this month. You're going to start to look around and be like, okay, well, how can I put myself out there and come in contact with people who are different than what I normally associate with? This is definitely an experimental month for you. Someone else kind of got that message. Was it Pisces? I think it was Pisces. Pisces also has like an experimental month happening this month in June. So, like, there's a lot of planets between Pisces and Aries, or that have transitioned out of Pisces and into Aries recently. So that's why you guys may be having like very similar energies this month. But yeah, I mean, this is a positive thing in my opinion. It may feel isolating, it may feel heavy, it may feel emotional for you guys, but I definitely feel like this transition, this um adjustment period can be really fun if you look at it that way, and if you kind of keep an open mind and have fun with it. Okay. That is it. That's kind of what I'm picking up. I know it's a shorter reading at the beginning of the month, but if you guys want a longer reading, I do bonus readings for the top 3 zodiac signs that engage with my content throughout the month. So if you want a love reading and a general reading, definitely leave a like, leave a comment, engage with this video in some way. Let me know that you want to see a longer reading for your sign in the middle of the month, so I can put you guys in the running. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and close out the reading with a couple of oracle decks. Spiritual team, Moonology Manifestation Oracle, what additional messages do you have for the Aries Collective at this time? What additional messages do you have for the Aries Collective, at this time? Okay. What else do we have? New moon in Sagittarius. Focus on the positive. That's exactly what I was trying to say there at the end, is like going into this with a positive outlook or a positive mindset. Yeah, and look at this as like, this is an opportunity to do something new. This is an opportunity to be the me I've always wanted to be, kind of a thing, right? So take it with positive, not necessarily a negative of like, oh, I got to start all over and I feel so uncomfortable and this is so awkward and all that stuff. New moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Yeah, follow where you feel called to go. Like the Cosmic Coven card came out here, so like this is divine, almost intervention. This is divine connection. Like your vibe tribe is out there. You're connecting with your community, the community that you are meant to be with. So this is definitely like an intuitive month of like trusting your intuition, going with the flow, like connecting with people that you just kind of hit it off with and you can't really understand why. Like all that stuff is going to play into this month. So definitely like go based off the vibes. Like go with the vibes this month, Aries. Like it doesn't always have to be like strategic or logical. Just go with the vibes. See what feels right. Bottom of the deck, last quarter moon in Libra, make time for self-love. Yeah, self-love and self-care. The Hermit card definitely talks about like spending time in solitude. Okay. Really making time for that self-care and getting in tune with yourself, maybe healing some things, preconceived ideas, notions, okay, battling, outdated behavioral patterns, belief systems, all of that kind of stuff, and like just kind of sitting with some of that stuff, understanding where it came from or like why it was so important to you in the past and where, maybe those things don't make sense for you anymore, and moving on from them. All right. Spiritual team, daily crystal inspiration. What final messages do you have for the Aries collective? What final messages do you have for the Aries collective at this time? As you see, something popped out. So I'm going to grab that here in a second. And the first card that jumped out was Hematite, and it says ground yourself. Yep. So staying grounded, meditation, all of that stuff can help you not kind of get lost in the sauce. Like I think Neptune is in your sign right now, and that is the quote unquote great deceiver. So the Neptune has this way of like putting rose colored glasses over our eyes, and like everyone's great and everything is like super chill. And while I am saying like follow your intuition, follow your vibes, because Neptune is literally also the super intuitive spiritual planet, and it is the vibey planet, but it can also be the planet of illusion. So we can sometimes deceive ourselves and miss the red flags because we've got those rose colored glasses on. So it's good to find a balance between like the socializing aspect and getting caught up in the vibes, and then also taking time to ground yourself like the Hermit and go inward and sit with your intuition and make sure that not only do things feel good and exciting, but are these things safe, or do they actually align with who we are, or are we overlooking something, or are we just getting caught up in the moment, kind of a thing. So it's important to balance time socializing and having time with yourself. As an Aries, I know that's probably a little bit harder for you. You guys tend to be on the go all the time. You guys got a lot of energy. So depending on what kind of energy you have as an Aries, like try to find that balance, stay grounded, stay realistic, but also enjoy with going with the flow, and again, just feeling out the vibes. Next we have Unakite, live in the now. Yep, for sure. Go with the vibes. The vibes are lit. Just as I said, like as things maybe get a little bit more progressive or get more serious, depending on the connections that you're making, like definitely just check in with yourself, check in with your intuition, check in with your logic, and be like, hey, does this make sense? Am I leaning too far into the weird? Or like, I don't know, and does this feel safe? Does this person have my best interests? All that stuff. Like just make sure you're checking in with reality every now and then, otherwise you might get lost in the sauce. Okay, but enjoy it, enjoy the process. Finally, at the bottom of the deck, we have Angelite. Support is all around you. Absolutely. So like I said, there's a lot of good things that can come out of this month, if you're open to it. So again, just kind of go into this with a positive outlook. with a healthy dose of realism, being realistic. Again, just don't get lost in the sauce. I can't stress that enough. Neptune is just so weird and funky like that, okay? So, yeah, have fun with it. Just know that, like, this is where you're meant to be. You're meant to be experimenting right now. And yeah, there's some really good things that can come out of this. So, Aries, that is what I'm seeing for you guys this month. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the reading. Maybe share this with another Aries if you feel like they would identify with this or resonate with this. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. If you want to see more content from me, I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. You can find my handles below in the description box. As always, though, thank you guys so much for watching and taking the time to support my channel. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day, week, month, whatever, and I hope to see you guys the next reading. Bye.